one of the reasons that I bought it, I had to sit here and think, am I going to be happy for the rest of my life? Because this is the last boat I will have.
Yeah.
And I think I will. I think it's perfect.
Meet John. He used to be a boat builder, building wooden boats, and for the last 20 years he has been living on wooden boats. Now, age 71, he wanted something a little bit more comfortable than his 30-foot Wanderer. Let's have a look at what he calls his last boat. Alright, John. What kind of boat is this?
This is a schooner, and it's a very unusual schooner. I've had 2 other schooners, both American, but this is designed by someone who would probably have got on very well with Gaudi or Picasso, because it's very unusual, very quirky. I think he must have been a bit mad, but a clever man, like Gaudi and Picasso.
All right. You haven't had it for very long, have you?
No. I've known this boat for about 10 years, and it's been left and left. It's a wooden boat. It got more and more neglected. It was up for quite a lot of money. It got reduced, and in the end I made an offer, and I didn't expect them to accept it, but in the end they knew that if they didn't accept it, it was just going to get what they needed, someone that was going to do the work on it and spend the money.
Yeah. So how much did you get it down for the initial price?
Oh, well, the initial price was 140,000 euros, and I actually paid for it about 56.
Wow.
But it wasn't worth 140.
No.
I think it was when it was in good condition.
Yeah.
But they'd let it go, and every year it got a bit worse. And you can look, if you look at the doors here, look.
Yeah.
But if you look at some of the varnish work, but fortunately, this was a very high class boat, very good quality. It's built of all teak. Well, I say all teak. Most of it is teak. Even the hull is teak, which is very unusual.
Yeah.
So it was a very expensive boat when it was built, and out of good materials.
Yeah. So 10 years ago, when you first saw her, did you think, "Wow, that's a beautiful boat"?
Well, I had a lovely schooner. I had a Fenwick Williams, American schooner, bigger than this, which was also a nice boat. But I had to say, I did particularly like this boat. I thought it was a very, very fine-looking vessel.
Yeah.
And I never ever expected to own it, and this is my last boat. Yeah. I'll never have another boat.
Yeah.
This is the boat I shall have. I live on it, and this would be the boat I die on.
Yeah. And how much time do you reckon you need to get her ship shape again?
Well, I reckon I do it mostly on my own. I reckon I've got about 4 months' work. But one of the big jobs that I'm going to do, this was a glue construction boat. It was not made in a solid planking. It was made in a longitudinal, then a diagonal, then the outer skin, which is teak. And it should have been sheathed in epoxy from new, and it was never done. I don't know why, but I'm going to sheathe it.
Yeah.
Now that's going to take me. That's why I've burnt all the bottom of the boat off already, to put the epoxy on and sheathe it. You couldn't do it if it was a conventional boat, because the planks move too much. But this is a glued construction, and she's been out the water now 18 months and nothing's moved.
Oh.
So.
Sheathed, and then you're all good. Then basically
once it's sheathed, it's completely sealed, and that's and then that's good. No water then can get in, because you'd never know what's happening inside those laminates.
No.
So that's what I'm going to do.
All right. Let's have a look around.
All right. It's a bit of a mess.
Yeah, no worries. It's a project.
Yeah, I'm working on it. It's quite amazing, because I used to build boats, and
That was your occupation,
Yeah.
right?
And look at this. I mean, what on earth? Look at this barrel. It's a bit dirty at the moment. We've had a lot of sand from the Sahara. But the work in building that barrel, I wouldn't know where to start to build it. And what it would have cost, I dread to think.
Yeah.
But it was full of water, but it's got some bad splits in it now, so I'll probably put bottles of wine in it.
Yeah. Yes, that's where the booze goes.
But you can see the state of the varnish work. But because it's teak, I mean, if you look at the rail now, this didn't take so long, but that's how it will come up. It'll come up like brand new.
Yeah, you have to put in the work, but
Yeah, but you've got modern. It doesn't take so long. It's a lot quicker to take the varnish off and varnish it than it would be to build it.
yeah, definitely.
A lot quicker.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like. I'm too old. I've got not enough years left in me.
To build another boat?
No, not like this. No, this would take.
Crazy.
There's about 3 years' work, solid work, in building a boat like this.
Yeah.
It's an awful lot of work.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Not my cup of tea.
No.
So what's that up the front? Is that
This
I'm
here,
not-
it's a little skylight.
Yeah.
And yeah, that opens up. In fact, I've not even had it open. But there it is. It's on the hinges. I don't even know if it can open. As I say, I've only bought the boat here, and I went sailing. No, it's
yeah,
there
it is.
There it is.
And
Look,
a light.
look at it, and look at all the beautiful everything. All beautiful brass
Yeah.
fittings. Yeah, there she is. The
Beautiful
skylight.
light.
Oh yeah, I mean all downstairs. It's got all the old oil lamps.
Yeah.
Oh, this is an amazing little boat. All the pin rail for the
Yeah.
ropes and everything.
Yeah, so you just put on I've always wondered why.
Well, you've got an awful lot of ropes on a boat like this. You cannot imagine. So the pin rails are very useful. It's a bit loose, that one.
Yeah.
So they should be like that. I don't know. See, they should be a bit better than that.
Yeah.
And they're the dead eyes. So there's no bottle screws. It's just done on rope, which is the old-fashioned way.
Yeah. And that's a cabin.
That's the little forward cabin, yeah. We'll go downstairs. I'll show you.
Yeah.
But that's the forward cabin. But I mean, there's so many pin rails on this boat.
Yeah.
I'm sure I've got probably too many.
Yeah. They all need
Well, I don't
a bit of love and.
they will get a bit of varnish and
Yeah.
a bit of. They should really have been in teak, I think, and left bare. I don't even know what wood this is. I don't even know what wood this is. These pin rails. I've never seen it. But amazing. Some of the fittings. I mean, it's just incredible on this boat.
Yeah, so it's
The mast, I think, are Oregon pine. Looking at them, so they're American. The wood.
So do you know where she? This is also an American boat.
No, this was built in France.
All right.
Yeah, it's got a plaque. No, she was built in France. Whoever built this boat was a good boat builder.
Yeah.
He was a very top craftsman.
Yeah.
And as I say, I was lucky to get it at that price because it's mostly work to get it. Not so much money.
No.
Blood, sweat, and tears.
So it almost feels like you were destined to get it.
Yeah, I think so. I think
you
so.
can easily do it with your background.
Well, there was a boat I was looking at. It was 60 foot. It was a wooden boat in Gibraltar. I can say where it is now because it's still there. It's been out the water for 6 years. It's a terrible shame because it's a magnificent boat, and I wanted to buy that, but it would have been a massive amount of work.
Yeah.
The whole deck was rotten. In fact, all the cabins would have had to have come off. I'd have been left with not a lot of boat. But I wanted to buy that. It was a lot cheaper than this. But this come up, so I've done the right thing. This I can manage now. The other one would have been.
Yeah.
It'd have been all right when I was 60, not 70.
Yeah. You would have been one of those guys that never leave the yard. And,
Well, no, I would have left the yard because
Yeah.
I'd have got it done. I would have got it done, but this was a better project for
Yeah.
me. This is the cloth that I've got to sheathe the boat with, epoxy it.
Yeah.
So it's the woven roving.
And this is where you will sleep.
This is my lovely bed. I've only been sleeping for the last 4 years on a 2-foot wide bunk, so I'm going to enjoy this.
Yeah.
A nice, a proper bed.
Yeah.
But this is the after cabin, I suppose.
Yeah.
And here. Galley. And it's amazing. All both sinks are copper. It's got a lovely fridge. The original cooker I took out, it was a Taylor's paraffin cooker, but I'd have had a job lighting it. I'd have probably never made a cup of tea or anything, so I put the gas one in.
Yeah.
The Taylor's diesel heater. There's the centerboard box.
So
the
it will
centerboard.
just drop and you can take it up.
Sorry?
It will just drop, right?
No, there's now somewhere here. It must be here. It must be in here. Is the ropes that go down to lower it down?
Yeah.
They must be hidden in there. Here is the bit dark.
Bathroom.
There's the.
Is there a
toilet.
light in here?
Well, I haven't got any of the batteries connected.
Ah, right. No.
Haven't got any of the batteries connected. But here, these I think they've made these into electric. I'm not sure. I think they are.
Yeah.
But originally, of course, they were all oil. And a lovely oil lamp here.
So there was one thing that you told me before you're gonna change
I'm changing.
on the interior.
Yeah, here, my friend, he did it on my last boat for me. And it's quite expensive, but I'm having red leather cushions. Only probably one. I might just make one cushion, and here I shall have back cushion and have it all buttoned. And it would look, and I had it in my last boat, and it looked absolutely fantastic. So I shall get rid of these. So, as I say, it's all a little bit messy at the moment. The poor old boat.
Yeah, but you can definitely see how it will be when she's done and back in the water.
I mean, this would be like 5-star.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the reasons that I bought it, I had to sit here and think, am I going to be happy for the rest of my life? Because this is the last boat I will have.
Yeah.
And I think I will. I think it's perfect.
Yeah.
You know, and it's oldie worldy, which I like. I've never really had a fiberglass boat.
No.
I've only ever had wooden boats.
Yeah.
And I think this is perhaps the nicest one.
Yeah. And it has a lot of character.
Yeah. Oh no, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's got 2 lovely berths up there.
Yeah.
No, it's an amazing little boat, really.
Yeah. So you'll probably get back in the water at the start of next season and start sailing, right?
I hope to be in the water in January.
Yeah.
and I'd like to be off about April.
Yeah.
And then just gradually work my way. The first race I do is Barcelona.
Yeah.
I then sail across to Palma. And Palma, I love racing. It's beautiful in the Bay of Palma. It's a lovely race. Normally there's a nice bit of wind. Then go up to Port Palencia. And then over to Menorca.
Yeah. So you'll just...
And as I say, I'm hoping, you know, the handicap system. It's a French system, I think. Rank, RANC, a rank, and I believe it's a French handicap system. Well, I'm hoping that if they know this is a French boat built by a French shipwright, they might look upon this as give me a favourable handicap.
Yeah.
They might want this one to win.
Yeah, you should work on your French.
Yeah.
Your accent.
Yeah.
So, what do you love most about living on a boat, being on a boat?
Well, I don't know if I could live in a house anymore. But it has to be a nice boat.
Yeah.
I couldn't live on any old boat. I've always lived on quite nice boats. I think this is perhaps, although my other boat was bigger, I think this is a more comfortable boat.
Yeah.
This is perfect for me.
So this.
And it's cheap living on a boat. I mean, in this marina, I paid for 6 months on my little Wanderer. I paid for 6 months €1,500, and that includes electric and water.
Yeah.
I've got no rates, nothing. That's the finish. I live on a pension. If I was to live in England, I don't know what I'd do.
No.
I couldn't afford to do anything. But on the pension that I get living out here, I can live quite easily. Yeah. Well, what I've had to do, I've had to burn all the anti-fouling off. It was a terrible job. I've got to fill all these little grooves with epoxy to make it smooth, and then I shall sheathe the whole hull, so it's completely watertight.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure that water has got in places between the layers. It may not have done, but I think it would have been.
So now it's been out of the water for so long, it is dry.
Oh,
so you
it's
can
perfectly dry now.
Yeah.
Yes, and you know, I mean, looking at the planking where they put the wedges in, she's still fair and everything. So I don't think there's any softness anywhere.
No.
And I've given it a few knocks, and it's all pretty solid everywhere. There's a few places where it might have come away a little bit, but I'm not bothered about that. No. Once it's sheathed, that's the finish of it.
All right.
But the actual quality of the man who built it, I mean, this is obviously the deadwood, what we call the deadwood, and he really has made a beautiful job of fitting all the planks. Absolutely perfect, you know. It wouldn't be unusual to see gaps here, and well, on a wooden boat this would be caulked, of course, but this is absolutely fitted perfectly.
Yeah. Could you have done it better yourself?
No, I couldn't. No, I think he was a good boat builder.
All right.
Yeah.
So, and the name, it's now Daniel, but you told me...
No, I'm changing that. Daniel wasn't the... Daniel, it's not been moved off the registry, but I wanted my last boat to be called High Society, and I knew it had to be a special boat. It couldn't be If I'd have bought a fiberglass boat, I couldn't have called it that.
No.
It had to be a boat that was special. And high society, I do the lovely yacht regattas with all the beautiful classic 100-year-old boats. And I like the film. The film was a great film with Cole Porter, who wrote all the music, Frank Sinatra, Bing Crosby, Grace Kelly, it was her last film, and Louis Armstrong.
Yeah.
So it was some great people in the film. It was her last film, and I like the name, and I think that's going to look, when I finish, when I get it all painted, I think that's going to look lovely.
Yeah. High society.
High society.
Perfect. I hope you liked hearing John's story. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel.